Okay, hey y'all. I'm doing something a little bit different today where I'm gonna be talking in my car instead of outside like I normally do because it's a little bit too dark and y'all won't really be able to see me outside. But I wanted to talk about discipline in all avenues of life and how you can kind of trick your brain into allowing you to get energy and power from being uncomfortable. The idea of you knowing that you're going through that and you're pushing through that discomfort to comfort you. Now, let me explain. I have always struggled to have discipline, right? Like, and that could be with just anything. That could be with it could be with sports, it could be with food, it could be with work, business, it can be in friendships or relationships, any scenario where I have to control myself and my urges because I know that holding out whatever impulse that I'm having at that moment that is telling me to do the thing that I know I shouldn't do. I try to ground myself in moments where I feel that way and tell myself, like, when I do refrain from it, like, remember, this is why you need to do that. And then also telling myself and talking myself through it. And I want to share with you guys a little bit of techniques, some affirmations, I guess you could say, or just self-talk, internal dialogue that I have with myself in those moments. I don't even want to give an example because I feel like discipline is pretty self-explanatory. Feeling uncomfortable can be in any situation where it's uncomfortable for you to not do the thing that you know you shouldn't do. And one thing that you can do is take a deep breath and get curious about how you're feeling. Like, get curious about that discomfort. Where is that discomfort coming from? Is it coming from my chest? Am I feeling it in my arms? Am I feeling it in my throat? Am I feeling it in my head? Where exactly is this coming from? The next thing that I do is I ask myself, like, what is making me uncomfortable about this thing? Like, why is it uncomfortable for me to not do the thing that I want to do? And usually it will stem from some type of internal subconscious coping mechanism to protect you. And that could be from the smallest thing. And it could simply be urges and impulses as well. Like, let's say you want to have a sweet treat. Let's say you want to have a sweet treat and you're on a diet and you know you shouldn't be having a sweet treat because you had a sweet treat yesterday. And in those moments where you feel like you want to just do it because you want to have it, there's a reason why you want to have it. You want to have that sweet treat because of it tasting good, and then that gets deeper into like how it makes you feel and the chemicals that come up when we do indulge in sweets, right? I mean, like, that's a whole different conversation, but that's an example for you. Situations for me, I try to, so far I've went over, take a deep breath, get curious about where it's coming up for you. Get curious about where the discomfort is in your body. Where do you feel it? Get curious about it. Ask yourself, why do you feel like you want to indulge in the opposite of what you're supposed to do? And then what I do is I don't try to make myself not be comfortable, because I think what we tend to do is, oh, we're uncomfortable, let's run to comfort, let's find shelter, let's be safe. And that's not what you want to do. That's not the goal. The goal is not to push away the discomfort. The goal is to move through it, to get to the other side. And eventually, over time, those feelings can subside depending on what it is, right? But we're nuanced. So, and there's so many different scenarios in life where it's like, I'm not going to overgeneralize and say that you shouldn't ever feel like that, but ultimately what you want to do is you want to train your body and train your mind to be okay with sitting in the discomfort. It is okay to be uncomfortable and still do the thing, as long as you can discern, like, we need feelings of discomfort in situations where we might actually be in danger. But in most scenarios, on a day-to-day basis, we don't need that, right? So what you want to do is you want to take that discomfort and you want to tell yourself, sit with it, let's sit with this discomfort. Let's feel it. Let's move through it. And then also what's been the most powerful for me is let me turn those lights on. Most powerful thing that has really helped me when it comes to moving through that discomfort is telling myself, sit with it. Sit with this feeling. Sit with it and get through it. And also, I'm doing this and being strong and rising above my impulses. I'm developing discipline within myself. I am trusting myself. I'm developing confidence and trust within myself in these moments because I know that I have self-control. And let that idea and that thought and that belief, let that sink in and let that give you energy to keep going. It feels good when we feel like we can trust ourselves and when we feel stronger and more confident within ourselves. So that's one way that I try to hack discomfort. I try to hack discomfort by making it my bitch in a way. Like, yeah, I'm going to sit through this. I'm going to keep you here, like talking to myself, like, I'm going to keep you here in this moment. We're going to sit through this. We're going to see that we're not going to die in the end. And this is what it takes for me to become that person that I want to be, that I am not yet, right? This has helped me so far, and I've had to break through several barriers. I mean, it heavily plays in even like friendships and romantic interests. Self-awareness is a huge part of it. See if that works. Sit with the discomfort and let the idea of you sitting in the discomfort and being strong and pushing through give you momentum and power to keep going and to make you feel good afterwards. It's actually kind of crazy. When I sit through that discomfort and I feel better, I sat through that discomfort afterwards, it's so worth it because I feel good about myself. I feel like I can get through anything. I feel like I'm growing. I feel stronger. Like I keep saying, I feel stronger and I feel more confident. And I think that is a great feeling that is irreplaceable and incomparable to a lot of other feelings. Try that out. See if it helps boost your self-esteem. See if it helps you boost your discipline. And see if it ultimately helps you move through uncomfortable moments that you know you have to push through and that is necessary for your growth. I hope that I can help some of y'all with this information. I know it's not much. This was just a topic that came into mind that I've been working on, and I want to be able to help y'all. So let me know what you want me to talk about next in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.